If a factory is torn down, but the rationality that produced it is left standing, that rationality will simply produce another factory. If a revolution destroys a government, but the patterns of thoughts that produced that government are left intact, then those patterns will repeat themselves. Robert Persick. We're living in a world with a lot of repetition of violence, of conflicts, of misunderstanding. Einstein said something like, if we want to change the patterns that was created by our old way of thinking, we have to do it with a new way of thinking. I will here present a new way of thinking, a very new way of thinking for many people, but not for everyone. And I will do it with a friendship approach and show it with a model that is very easy to understand and follow. And my hope is that this will produce less violence, more friendship, and change the world for people and nations. So, first of all, we'll have to come to some kind of understanding the one who has a conflict. And the one who has the conflict in this case that I will present is human beings. And human beings, they call themselves I. So I'll say a human being is like I am. And the human being also have a consciousness. I will draw the consciousness like this. It's very difficult to draw. And most of us will agree on that the human being has a body. And here I will draw the thoughts around the body and emotion, or thoughts here and emotions here. Emotions and thoughts. I'll do this to illustrate what we can do with our consciousness or awareness. So we can, if I tell you to focus fully on your foot, and you have developed some concentration, you will be able to put the consciousness here and forget everything else. Totally focused on the foot. Nothing else. I could ask you to feel both feet at the same time. And it's possible. So I have something that can shrink and expand. If I ask you to think about a memory, then I put the thoughts in this place. You will have many thoughts about this memory. Maybe you're on a beach, the sand is warm, those people are here, maybe it comes images and so on. And those thoughts are connected to emotions. Like if you are thinking of a nice beach, it's probably maybe calm, resting, maybe a smile. And those are connected to the bodily sensations. So there will be patterns here. So I could say, I can move you into this memory that contains of thoughts, bodily feelings and emotions. I can then ask you to go back to the foot or the arm or whatever, and then I can ask you to go to a fantasy about the future. So I'll give you a thought here, like, oh, think about some good food, some amazing food. And you will think about your food and how it looks like, and there will come up sensations, and maybe you even feel the saliva in the mouth. So I can help you to enter a fantasy of the future. So I'm something that has those abilities. If we can agree on that and start to investigate what is the basis of conflicts. So I'll make this pretty easy. So here we have two persons, and both of them has an I, and both of them has consciousness. They has the ability to move around, feel their body. If we, for instance, says that those could be siblings, and one day in their youth, this one decide that he wants to be a Barcelona fan. So a soccer game, for instance. And this person decide to be a Real Madrid fan. Now they could be best friend, and this one will start to create patterns and thoughts around this Barcelona, and this one will create patterns and thoughts about the Real Madrid thing. And it's fantastic. They are really good friends, but all of a sudden it's a game. And now they are triggered. They're triggered to jump into their patterns. So this one, he won't be in his foot, he would be in the Barcelona guy. And this one, he won't be in his arm or in the fantasy of the future, he would be here. And let's say it will be 3-0 here in the game. We know what this guy will think. Like this was unfair, a lot of thoughts, and this guy would be like, we are the best. And so now we have created a relationship. The relationship here is between two stories. This guy, he has a false I here that say, I am a Real Madrid guy. And this one has a false I that says, I'm a Barcelona guy. But we can see that this I can be there and here. And has a lot of different, and it's not really a Barcelona guy or a Real Madrid person, but they have a conflict. There are two different stories that have a conflict. Let's say that this Real Madrid guy is walking around and like, oh, it's really, really annoying for him. And what this person normally does, he says, he makes me angry. Because he's walking around and is doing things, but the only thing that makes him angry is that it's himself, his false belief that he is a Barcelona guy. Sometimes people change beliefs. So for instance, he could change, so he was a Real Madrid guy and had a totally different patterns. And now, those two people are now friends, really good friends. There are two different stories. And when I see someone, I think it's stupid. You're stupid. If I really look into that, it means that I don't understand you. I don't understand your behavior. who's stupid. If I see someone who's arrogant, I think he or she should behave totally different. That means that I think I know better than they do how they should behave, even if I don't know anything about their background. Pretty arrogant. If we can help people to realize this simple thing from the friendship approach, this will make people more free. And just please look into yourself. I will share more things about the friendship approach on my website. Please share this. People need to know this. Thank you for this time.